Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game Mess. So today I got a super fun and exciting episode for you guys today because we're taking one more trip through the Goemon static recomp for PCs. Mystical Ninja Starring Goemon is an absolutely awesome game, and I've been covering this recomp since the first version when only the Japanese ROM would work. From there it was updated one more time to make sure the North American version would work so you could get Goemon in full English. And now this new update brings in a ton of quality of life improvements, a lot better support for Steam Deck, at least from what I've seen and tested in the background, and also full mod support. So now you can basically do whatever you want with Goemon so long as the mods out there exist. Before we get too far involved though, do me a huge favor, down below, hit like and subscribe and ring that notification bell, definitely helps us out. And if you feel so inclined and want to support the channel, I got a Patreon link down below as well. But not only is this static recomp a straight up 10 out of 10, I will tell anyone if they will listen and have never played this game before, this is absolutely one of the best games on N64, and it's one that I feel like half the commenters always say they've never played before. And now with an update to the recomp, there's absolutely been no better time than now to actually check it out. Now the nice thing about the recomp is mod support is so incredibly easy. All you need to do is drag and drop a mod file on top of the mod window in the options. That'll automatically install it and make it active. From there you can turn the mod on or off and kind of do whatever you want to make your own experiments in Goemon, and that is absolutely great. Now it's one of those things, not as many mods exist for something like this as what something like Mario Kart 64, which we also have the recomp and PC port of, but they're definitely being made, and there is a Goemon Discord server that I will leave a link to in the description below where you're going to be able to find a lot of this. But there is a mod that I am using here, although you can't tell quite yet. Basically what it's doing is it's injecting all of the Japanese voice acting in the North American version of the game, because that voice acting was basically completely removed. So you're going to get a much more fun experience with a lot more voice acting than you ever would, and of course you're going to get Goemon with this amazing recomp version, basically the best way to play. But early soundtrack sample and more like a voice acting sample, 45 seconds, and I'll be right back with a lot more Goemon to show.
エビスマルてめえなんでいきなり裸になりやがるんで
このわての疑惑のダンスでお感情を曲げてもらおうと思ったんだけど
てめえがあんなことするからあの店追い出されちまったじゃねえか
あの人にはわての美しさが全然わかりまへんのや
まったくおめえってやつはなんで一体
ほね
I mean, not only is it awesome that those modifications are available, but it just basically makes the game feel completely new and fresh because you get all of that dramatic acting, but you also get the subtitles. And you'll see here on the mod menu, this is the redub mod 1.0.0 from the Discord server, and you're getting all of the cutscenes and that Japanese language. And you see here there is a toggle. You can turn it on or off to your heart's content. You can jump into the game and turn it on or off. And as you go through the options menu here, if you missed the original recomp video, you'll see here you have the original aspect ratio as well as 16:9 or closer to 16:8, windowed or full screen. You can do the frame rate for your display or manually. You can change and bind all of the controls you want. I'm using 8BitDo's new Nintendo 64 controller hardwired for this because it works absolutely perfectly, and then you just have some general controls as well. But it is awesome how many different options this gives you, including the rumble strength, so you can kind of have both visually as well as audio wise the experience you want out of Goemon. And again, as far as static recomps are concerned, I absolutely love this one because if you go back to N64 and play Goemon, it is still a fun experience, but if you don't have nostalgia for the game, there's definitely areas in which the game can chug or feel a little bit old, and that's why I love all these recomps. They not only give fans a new version of a game to play that is better than the original, but it also could potentially bring new fans to the game into the mix because maybe they just feel like N64 is too hard to play these days. Like if I gave it to one of my nephews, they would just look at me like I was giving them an antique. If I gave them this, they'd love it. But soundtrack sample too, 45 seconds, and I'll be right back.
くらえゆっくらえひゃゆっひゃゆっくらえ
I mean, Konami always had great music in their games, but for my money on the N64, Goemon has absolutely some of the best that Konami's ever put up. And it's one of those games, again, if you've never played this before, just do it for me. Go out there, check it out. All you have to lose is time as far as whether or not you like it. And installing this thing is incredibly easy. All you need to do is unzip the actual recomp, and then just go ahead and load up the appropriate ROM for it when it actually says to load ROM. You go to your browser window, pick the file, and you're basically into the game from there. So this couldn't be any easier. And I really like that all these recomps and PC ports of N64 games really do have some ease of use on the overall playability factor. It's one of those things, if this was impossible to set up, I'd be able to run it. I'm sure a decent amount of you in the comments might be able to run it, but most people wouldn't. Making this basically a drag and drop double click executable just makes it that much more readily available for anyone to play. And I will say, as far as all of the different upgrades here, I think Goemon and its kind of comic booky style, all these bright vibrant colors and simple textures, really does do a great job of being recompiled onto PC. And while I don't believe there's any sort of texture mods that are finished right now, I'm sure they will come out soon, especially now that mod support is in the recomp version, so you're probably going to be looking at a much prettier version of Goemon in the future. And when that happens, I will definitely make a video update as well. But I'm curious about one thing. Leave me a comment down below and tell me, do you want a video explaining what the difference between a static recomp versus a recomp versus a PC port is in the whole decompilation process? Because I use these words, and a lot of times people ask me about them, and sometimes I use them interchangeably or say all of them at the top, just so you guys know it's all encompassing. So if you want to see that, do let me know. But I'm doing one more soundtrack sample because, again, I love the music in this game, and I think it sounds even better coming out of the recomp. And you're also going to get some more voice act, because that is the big takeaway here. So enjoy it, and I'll be right back to tell you how to play the game. I think that's one of the most fun thing about stuff like these static recomps, is it kind of lets you mix and match the experience you want. If you don't want any of the Japanese voice acting dialogue in your US version of Goemon, well, you just don't have to install the mod, or you can turn it off. But I think it adds another layer of overall drama and storytelling to the game, and because a lot of it was removed for the North American release, it kind of gives you the best of both worlds. Full English language menus as well as text, because this is the North American ROM, but you also get all that awesome voice acting that never came over to the US. And again, once mods comes out, texture mods, model mods, you're going to get an even more fun experience. But I love asking this in every single recomp or PC port video. If you could snap your fingers right now and make any game appear in this format without any work, which one would it be? And I usually always say Bomberman, Hero, or Beetle Adventure Racing, but I think today I'm going to say San Francisco Rush 2, just because that is an N64 exclusive. It is a ton of fun, but honestly, it can chug and lag, and it isn't the prettiest game ever made on N64, so I would love to be able to play that in 16:9 with a minimum of 60 frames per second, if not further. So if you want to play this, I have left a link in the description below, both to the actual recomp as well as to the language mod and the voiceover mod that we're playing with. And there are directions on how to install it, but trust me, if you can drag and drop a single file from your downloads over top the game window when it is running in the menu, you will be totally fine. But definitely take it from me, check out the recomp of Goemon. Not only is this spectacular work and it plays so much better on PC than it did in N64 back in the day, but this is absolutely, in my opinion, about as close to a hidden gem as you can get on N64 that a decent amount of people have played. But a lot of people will say, oh, Goemon, I saw that back in the day but never played it. And I'm always surprised because this game is just one of my favorite N64 games of all time. But short of that, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And if you have any issues with the recomp, if I'm around, I can try to answer them for you. But you can always pop over to my Discord server as well. And because I did link the Goemon Discord server down below, if you go in there, be nice because I sent you. Short of that, we are done. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to play some more Goemon. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.